Chapter 1. May I introduce a special crow? Somewhere in the old factory building, a window pane shatters. Then a door handle is pressed down, followed by the creak of a door slowly opening. The crow jolts awake. Just moments ago, she had dozed off, caught in a restless dream. At first, she thinks the noise must have come from that dream, but the inner alarm system all crows possess is already sounding the alert. Humans. They're coming. In the middle of the night. Get ready to flee. A nervous rustle stirs through the birds gathered beneath the cracked hall roof, perched on the rusted steel girders for the night. The full moon casts a pale, ghostly light through the patchwork of broken glass panes in the ceiling, many of which now lie shattered on the concrete floor. The crow hears the voices of pigeons, who roost here every night. She can tell by their tone they are frightened. One of them coos, "Not again." What's going on with them, the crow wonders. A door to the large hall opens. 3 men step inside, cautiously at first. 2 move normally, scanning the space as if to make sure no one else is lurking in the shadows of this derelict ruin. The 3rd man is bound. The others grip him by the arms. He speaks to them in a pleading, whimpering tone. The crow doesn't understand the words, it's an Eastern European language echoing off the cold floor between the rubble and broken machinery. But the meaning is clear enough, the 2 have no good intentions for the 3rd. It's too dark to escape, the crow thinks. I can't see clearly. If only I had owl eyes, those can see in the dark. Still, I have to do something. I can't just let this happen. The crow was surprised by how vividly the memory of that night returned to her on this summer morning. The ruined hall in Copenhagen had long since faded into the distance. Thank goodness I'm far away from that place today, she thought, and almost instinctively, as a shield against the darkness of the memory, she tilted her head into the golden rays of the rising sun and closed her eyes. She savored the warmth on her feathers, which, being black, heated up quickly. Then she opened her eyes again, took a few steps toward the center of the meadow, and looked around. It's the light, this light. I love this light, the crow thought, pecking gently through the dew-wet grass. She meant the kind of light that filters through morning mist and refracts in the tiny droplets clinging to the blades of grass. When her beak pierced the earth in search of food, the little dewdrops would leap from the stalks like the spray of a miniature fountain. And as they struck their fellow droplets on nearby blades, they joined together and slid downward, pulled by gravity, into the damp, fragrant soil. But just before they vanished, they would catch the sun and burst into color, red, blue, green, yellow. Like a tiny rainbow. A fleeting work of art. Entirely unique, and as if made just for her. The crow loved the morning. A morning like this almost made her forget where she came from, and all she had lived through. It almost made her forget that she still had to search for her food, one beakful at a time. That once, she had hated being what she was now. Back then, anything black and feathered, she couldn't stand the sight of it. She didn't want it to live. Today, things were different. Still, whenever she saw the black-feathered flock around her, she wondered how much she must have changed to finally feel at home among them. But more on that later. For now, let's introduce her properly. Actually, she isn't a she at all. The crow is a male. A crow guy, crow bloke, crow sir? What do you even call a male crow? Yes, it was looked up in a dictionary. The scientifically correct term is crow cock. But honestly, that sounds a bit off, doesn't it? Not quite what we're going for. So, let's just say. His name is Ole. You might be wondering why a crow has such a strange name. It does sound rather human, doesn't it? What makes it even stranger is that this bird knows his name. Knows it exactly. Only recently did he realize that having a name like that is unusual for a crow. Crows do have names, but they're very different. They give them to themselves. Names based on things, on qualities, and the word black often plays a part. People name their children to express something. Ole, for example. It's Nordic, and means the eldest. That big crow over there, see her tugging hard on a worm? Her name is Black Feather. Simple. There are many like it. Black eye, black wing, black claw, black beak, Black Crown. Some names are more poetic: Black River, Black Boulder, reminders of the nests they grew up in. That's important to crows. They try to return to their nesting place whenever they can. Others choose names that include other colors or things. Like that one over there, see how the sunlight makes her feathers shimmer blue? She calls herself Jutland Velvet. From her nest, she could always see into a living room window where there was a blue velvet sofa. Crows are just a little different. And Ole is a little different even among crows. Of course, he's crow different. But he's also different from the others, even though he sees the world through crow's eyes. And then again, he's not. He's something in between. Some crows think he's something special. And maybe they're right. And maybe they're not. Let me tell you why I think they are. One thing is certain: Ole didn't name himself the way crows usually do. His name was given to him by two humans. And it's time you heard their story and his.